Hello and welcome to the next episode of Agilado. My name is Ravi Verma. I am the founder and CEO and org whisperer at Smooth Apps, and it's good to be back with you. So if you remember, in our last episode where we left off was our family. We had just moved into our dream home. And so we started our remodeling, we moved in, and as I spoke to you about in our last episode, we applied the concept of vertical slicing to get the bare bones minimum viable product ready so we could move in. But that did not in any way imply or mean that everything in the home was perfect, that everything was taken care of. So we moved in and we were living out of a couple of rooms, and in parallel we were trying to make improvements in the other rooms. So here's how it used to work. Every morning or so, a couple of days, we would have a list of all the things that we would get done, and then we would give it to our contractor, and then he would work on those. And then the next day or a couple of days, we would then review the list, and then we would figure out what else we wanted to get done. Over time, an interesting pattern developed, and let me draw that to explain what I mean. So what we started doing was, these were all the improvements we wanted in our home. And every day we would get a list together and we would give it to the contractor. And then when the list was completed, the contractor would come back to us, and then we would check them off, and maybe some of the things they weren't done, so we need to kind of redo them and so on. There was one problem. Every time the contractor finished all the items that were on the list, something interesting happened. The list grew longer and longer and longer and longer, until one day the contractor, whose name was Ismar Hasanovic, he sat us down on the kitchen island, and he had that look on his face which was, honey, we need to talk. So he didn't say, honey, we need to talk, but he said, we need to have a conversation. So he sat us down, and remember, in this conversation, he's the contractor who is making money every time this list grows, and we are the customers. So he sat us down, and he said, look, I love working with you guys, and I am happy to spend as much of your money as you want. But I'm also your friend, and I have a concern for your family. And here's my concern. Right now, you have an awesome realtor, and that's why she closed the deal in such a way that you have two homes, but you don't have to pay a mortgage for this home. But pretty soon, you're gonna have two mortgages. You haven't sold the old home, and you're putting in all your time and money into making this home the perfect home. And you know what? No matter how much money you spend, this will never be the perfect home. That's the joy of home ownership. There will always be something else, some other improvement, some remodeling, and that's okay. I'm not going anywhere. Let me make a suggestion. How about we do just the most important stuff in this home, and then we pivot, and then we devote all our time and energy to making our old home marketable, put it on the market, get it sold, so you just have to deal with one mortgage. And then whenever you save up some money and you want to do the next batch of improvements, I'm right here for you. Now, this was a hard conversation because for us, we wanted this home to be the perfect home. We were attached to each and every item on this list. It was like, I love it. So when he told us, hey, maybe some of this is awesome, is good, but maybe this is not the right time. Maybe we can come back for it. Right? This broke our heart, and it was very hard for us to let go of all these things because we had visualized how they would look and how they would make us happy. But the reality was, if our family is together, if it's safe, a few of these things not getting done in the current time is okay. It was not going to be that big a deal. However, if we had kept going down this path, and if we had to pay two mortgages, that would have had a serious impact on our happiness. What happens next in the saga of our family? Well, only one way to find out. Tune in to the next episode of Agilato. Until then, thank you and goodbye. So would you like fresh ideas on how to stay agile? Check out smoothapps.com. We've got our upcoming events and training. You can read our blog for free tools and techniques, and you can even schedule a free mentoring session with us. So until next time, Scrum on.